Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about Tesla stock once again, and it is currently Sunday, about 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and this is kind of my last chance to do a video about this topic of what we could see happening on Monday especially, and then of course we could see some movements on Tuesday and maybe the rest of the week as well, depending on what happens on Monday. And that's kind of like a really big topic right now for Tesla. It's something that I've been discussing on the channel over these past few weeks, especially after the most recent announcement of the stock split. And as you can see, looking at the share price for Tesla, the stock has split and it is currently at $443.40 per share, but this split did not happen until early Saturday morning, so that means that Monday will be the first day that Tesla stock trades on this split adjusted basis. We didn't get to see a reaction on Friday because it wasn't split in the after hours, it was split early Saturday morning. So everything does seem to be fixed on Robinhood right now, and so I'm really interested to see what happens on Monday. And before we go any further, if y'all do enjoy these Tesla videos, please make sure to smash that like button. It really does help me out. But like I said, Monday is a huge day for Tesla. And although it seems like it's been long awaited, it's only been like 19 days or so since the announcement of the stock split. But that's still a pretty long time to wait when there's been so many expectations of what could and what could not happen prior to the stock split and then also after the stock split. So once the stock split was announced, we saw a huge growth surge for Tesla, and in some of my videos I did predict that we would see more continued growth in the future, and especially on the days where we saw like plus 13%. I've noticed that there is a consistency with Tesla having follow-up growth days that are significant as well when that first day is really far into the green, and that's what we've seen so far with Tesla. We've seen a lot of surges, and I have to admit, some of my videos where I talk about how we could be seeing a surge soon, at least so far, it's been pretty accurate. And I think this past Monday, I made a video talking about how we could see another surge, which is actually what we saw in this past week after that Monday. So like, as you can see right here, we had this big drop on Monday where it dropped down from this point at 9:30, and we had some volatility here and there. And then once again on the 25th, which was a Tuesday, it was kind of flat for that day, but at the end in after hours and towards the end of the day, that's when it really started to surge, and that surge continued as we got closer to this stock split date. So I did have expectations of it to grow significantly this past week, which it did, and I'm honestly thinking that we could see more significant growth on Monday. And I've been emphasizing this in a few videos already, just discussing that people are finally going to have the choice to buy Tesla because the share prices are now lower, making it much more available to those that want to buy Tesla but don't have access to fractional shares, or simply just didn't have $2,200 to spend on the share price. So I think this could be like opening up the floodgates for Tesla. If you really think about it, just looking at this past year for Tesla, the hype is built up over time, and it seems like Tesla is more hyped than it ever has been before at this point. And as the stock price continues to grow, and as the people that can't get in on the stock, as it goes up to like $1,500, $1,700, $2,000, $2,200, those people have probably just been waiting and waiting for a stock split to happen, or trying their best to save up money to buy Tesla stock. And then of course Tesla stock continues to grow higher and higher. So it's like, even though these people have been saving money to buy shares of Tesla, it becomes more and more difficult as time goes on because they see it rising in price, and that's just more money that they have to save up just to buy one share. So it seems like Tesla is hyped more than ever right now, and for good reason. I've explained in many videos why this is a great high quality long-term stock, and yes, it is a little bit expensive, but there's reasoning for that, and that's because there's no current competition at Tesla's level, and I've never seen such clarity for a growth company like this one in my whole life. So the future is very bright for Tesla, and they've laid out their plans for us as well. So there is a lot of hype around this stock right now. And another great point that I want to mention around this whole stock split situation and why I think we could see a surge on Monday, keep in mind, none of what I say in this video is to be considered financial advice. This is just me sharing my thoughts and opinions about this stock. But the great thing about Tesla stock, and the great thing about investors that are wanting to buy it on Monday, the new people coming in especially, a lot of investors that are buying Tesla right now are not short-term investors, because as we know, Tesla price is at a premium. So if you really think about it, why would someone buy Tesla stock for the short term if you realize there's a lot of volatility and a lot of risk with trading Tesla on the short term? Most people, in my opinion, that are buying Tesla stock right now are looking for the long term. They see this potential of growth in the future. And what does that mean if we have a lot of people buying Tesla stock and their main plan is to hold it for the long term and not sell it in the short term? What does that mean for the stock price in itself? Well, that means, of course, there are a lot of new investors coming in with this stock split that are now having access to Tesla, but those new investors are likely going to be holding those shares for years and years on into the future. So that kind of affects the supply and demand of the stock. As we know, the stock market is all about supply and demand. If there's more people buying a stock that day than the people selling the stock, then the stock is going to be in the green. It's going to be in the positive, and it's going to increase the gains for those investors that aren't selling their shares. So it's all about supply and demand. And so we can kind of make this comparison to what happened on Friday. That's a situation where the supply exceeds the demand. So there was more of a supply of Tesla shares Friday than there was a demand. Therefore, the stock price went down in value because the supply exceeded the demand. And I think you can apply the same case to what we might see on Monday. If all of this is actually true and the stock split actually matters to people, if this decrease in share price actually makes a difference and many people buy in because of it, then that means the demand will exceed the supply on Monday, therefore causing the share price to possibly go up tremendously depending on how much demand there will be compared to supply. So as I've said in previous videos, there still is the possibility of us not seeing a huge impact with this stock split on Monday. There could actually not be as much demand as we're expecting, and there could actually not be as many people wanting to get in on Tesla stock that didn't have access before previously. That still is a possibility, and I don't want our expectations to get too high on that situation, because in the past there have been situations where there's been really positive news released around Tesla stock, or even with other companies as well, where the reaction with the stock market isn't as much as people expected. So that is a situation to keep in mind that can always happen. But with my predictions and what I think could happen, especially next week and on Monday specifically, I honestly think that it will be much more likely for us to see a share price surge for Tesla than if not. Just because, like I said, I honestly think there are many people, not only just in the United States, but outside the United States as well. And I've read many comments from people from other countries talking about how fractional shares is not very common for them and that they don't have access, and that's the major barrier for them. So I truly think that there's a lot of people waiting on the sidelines that have been waiting patiently over these past few months for either them to save up enough money to buy a share of Tesla, or for the Robinhood waitlist to clear and for them to finally have access, or for Tesla to finally announce a stock split. And so the stock split is a big solution to that barrier, in my opinion. And I think that with Monday, we could see a significant impact with a lot of retail investors finally being able to buy Tesla stock. So if it just comes down to my personal predictions and what I think could happen Monday, I honestly think we could see a huge day out of Tesla. And if it's really huge, if it's like 10% plus or 8% plus, I think the next day we're going to see a pretty significant green day as well. Now, the rest of the week after Tuesday gets a little bit more unpredictable. Eventually, there will be a pullback for Tesla as things start to slow down a little bit, but it's just a question of when will that pullback happen, just because of the fact that we have potential S&P 500 inclusion coming up sometime, which I think will have a positive impact on the stock price. And then we also have Tesla Battery Day, which is supposed to be huge as well. However, I think that S&P 500 inclusion could honestly provide bigger growth for the stock than what we might see out of Battery Day. Obviously, all of these events and all of these things are very hyped up. People are excited about it. And so I just think with my personal prediction, on Monday, we could see a big day. In my predictions previously, earlier last week, was a prediction of a price target of $2,500 by Tuesday or Monday. More realistically, we're talking about Tuesday here. That's why I mentioned that first. Also, that's a price target based on pre-split. So factoring in the split there, that would be around $500 per share by the time of Tuesday or Monday. So I think somewhere near $500 is not too far out of reality when we're talking about the potential surge that we could see upcoming next week. And I'm honestly really excited about it, and that's why I've been doing so many videos on it lately, just because I think a lot of people are thinking the same thing as me. They're really excited about Monday, and we're all interested to see how people actually react to this event happening. But in my personal opinion, even at this current share price of $443.40, I still think it's worth that price if you're investing for the long term. And that's a key point right there. If you're buying Tesla right now, like I mentioned earlier, I think you have to be looking farther into the future, multiple years. And for the people that are choosing to sell right now, I get it. I respect anyone that gets gains in the stock market, but I think a smarter decision would be to hold personally, just because if you're looking at the possibilities with Tesla in the future, right now I'm more confident than I ever have been in Tesla, and we're seeing so much progress happening. They're expanding their business, they're scaling everything to the max. And I think there's so much potential for this company in the future. I honestly think this is the next Apple stock. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Just wanted to share some perspective again because I am really excited about what happens on Monday. And this is kind of the last chance that I have to talk about what we could see tomorrow. So I just wanted to share this with you all. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to smash that like button. And also, feel free to check out Robinhood and Webull in the description below. If you sign up with my referral link, then you'll get some free stocks. And especially with Webull right now, you'll get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 if you use my referral link and deposit $100 into your account. So that's nice passive income, and you can take that $100 you deposited right back out. So it's basically free money. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.